episode 1 of Reknit. We are a knitting and spinning and a bit of crochet and a bit of dyeing type podcast, and this is episode 1. My name is Emily.
I'm Roz.
And welcome. Hello.
Hi.
We want to start off just by introducing ourselves, I think, and giving a bit of background. So my name, as I say, is Emily. You can find me on Ravelry and on Instagram as Elfie McDork. I will put it down, like down here probably, somewhere. I think that's where it goes.
I think it's on your side.
No, I don't think it does.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Alfie McDork on pretty much every social media platform there is. I am currently knitting a sock, which I will tell you more about later. I was taught to knit by my grandma when I was about 7 years old. I picked it up again probably 6 or 7 years ago and started knitting things like socks and scarves, and then I picked it up even more about 18 months ago, I think, and started knitting at a much more enthusiastic rate, I think. I also crochet a bit, and I've been spinning for a little while, but I don't have a wheel at the moment, but hopefully I will do in just over a month, so here's hoping. Yeah, and that's me.
Yeah. I'm Roz. I'm Rosaroo on Ravelry and Rosarooney on...
Put it here again. It'll probably be just here, just above where my hand is there.
Okay. Be there.
Yeah.
Rosarooney on Instagram and Twitter, and that's it, I think. I've been knitting for almost 8 years. My mum taught me to knit the summer after I finished university, and I, stopped to eat and sleep, but that's about it.
You've not looked back since?
No. Done a lot of knitting. And I can crochet. I've been spinning for just over 3 years, and I bought myself an Ashford Kiwi 2 about 18 months ago, which is kind of like my baby.
Yeah.
I love her. She's a her. She's not an it.
Yeah. What's your wheel called, Roz?
My wheel is called Kiki.
Kiki.
She's a Kiwi called Kiki.
Lovely.
Lots of K's. And yeah.
Cool.
That's me.
So for our first episode, we just wanted to show you some of the stuff that we're working on, talk a bit about our stash enhancements and some spinning that we've done, and yeah, just kind of show you some of the stuff we've been doing.
Yep.
So should we start with whips then?
Yes.
Should we do some whipping? Right. Okay. So I'm currently knitting this. Oh look, the sun has completely blown that out. Look, there's nothing there. You can see
it's a sock.
Like that. This is a cabled sock. As you can see, there's a nice cabling pattern that goes down the front and also down the back. This is I'm knitting this in. If I hold it like closer to me, then it's easier to see it because you can kind of see the colours. But if I hold it out there, it's a bit like bright. This is from Wish Knits, who is on Etsy, and this is like a grey and pink and lilac-y coloured sock yarn, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it's in the colourway Parker and Penelope, which you might recognise as a Thunderbirds reference.
Socks I'll go.
Yep. So I am doing. I'm doing Zora socks by.
Oh no, the wind is moving the piece of paper that's got our very professionally
I'm doing
done.
Zora. The pattern is called Zora.
Oh no, that's gonna. Oh.
That's fine. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. Zora socks, which is a pattern on Ravelry, which I will link in the description below. Yeah. And I did a contrast heel, and I'm going to be doing a contrast toe soon, and that is in West Yorkshire Spinners. Oh, I've got all my double points in them. Give me. This is West Yorkshire Spinners, a signature. That's ridiculous. Look at that.
Just the curtain. That's better. That's better.
It's not great.
Yeah, but it's there we go. That's a reasonable.
West Yorkshire Spinners, signature
you're
4-ply.
to make the writing come on. Oh,
Yeah. This is West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply in Candy Floss, I believe. And it's 75% wool, 25% nylon. It's a really good sock yarn. Generally, I've knit quite a few things out of West Yorkshire Spinners, and they're really good. So that is my first work in progress. My second work in progress is kind of a longer term project. I'm in the process of doing my first big crochet project, which is a granny square blanket. It currently stands at a sort of medium-y big leg. If you hold the other side, there you go. So it's, look, we can almost exactly make it fit on the screen. There you go, perfect.
Ooh.
There you go.
There we go.
So it stands at about that big. And I am
As big as an iPad.
Yeah.
No,
well, no,
it's
it's
an
not
iPad.
as big as an iPad. And I've still got some squares that need to have the ends sewn in and be stitched together. I did about 3 of these squares last night. Yeah, so this is kind of an ongoing project until I'm done with granny squares, really. I'd quite like it to be a good size blanket, so it's going to get quite a lot bigger, but
It
I'm
needs to be
really...
bigger than that, doesn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. I'm really, really loving the colour scheme going.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I'm not sort of being very specific about what colours go where. I'm just picking them kind of at random and making sure there's enough variety in all the different ones, so there's not too many with the same outside colour or the same inside colour. So, but the colours are picked at random as I feel like it, and they are all, I've got another one, there we go. They're all Stylecraft double knit special.
That's not going in the blanket, is it?
No, it's not. This
Oh,
one
no,
isn't.
that's
This
just
is
an example.
this yarn is not going in the blanket, but
Yeah.
it has the ball band on, which is the
Okay.
same as all the other ones.
Okay.
Because all the other ones don't have them on. So this
Okay.
this particular colour is not in the blanket,
Yeah.
but it's this make, and it's acrylic. It's a suitable price, so that I don't have to spend a fortune on making a blanket, but it still comes out quite nice. So this is an ongoing. This is the first big crochet project that I've done. Ros taught me how to crochet granny squares, sort of beginning of the. Was it last year? It was beginning of this year, wasn't it? It was February. So this has been an ongoing project since then that I kind of work on and off on as the mood takes me, really. And that is my ever-growing granny square blanket. So I'm sure you'll see it again every now and again as more squares get added and stuff like that. And that is all my webs.
Ah, but you forgot to say your
Oh, my bad. Yeah, well remembered. I forgot. Right. My socks are currently in this gorgeous project bag. It's from, where's the jockey? There it is. Nope. Yeah. From Amelia X Joy. Can you see that? Not even the slightest. If I put it up close. There we go.
Yeah.
So that's Amelia Joy on Etsy, and she makes brilliant project bags that are really, really reasonably priced as well. I think all the ones I've got were £9. I think that's about the sort of standard price for a project bag that's this size. And she has everything you could think of. Like, she's got them with Marvel characters on, with sheep on, with anything, any pattern you could think up. She's probably got a project bag with it on somewhere. And these ones are lovely. They have a round flat bottom. They have a pocket inside to put all your, little notions and scissors and stuff in. They all come with a drawstring with a toggle on, and they are just the right size for like a pair of socks.
Yeah.
Roughly, like a smallish project, like gloves, socks, maybe a hat.
Yeah. I feel like you could get maybe like 2 balls of sock yarn in, like
I've had
contrast to your colour. And
this one is empty because my yarn isn't in it, but I keep this plus the ball of contrast yarn in this, and it fits fine. So I've got this one which has got rainbow stitched hearts on, which I absolutely love, and then another one that has one of my finished objects in is the same, but it has cartoon sheepies on. So this is the other one of hers that I have. She's like my staple for project bag buying. There are so many others on her site that I want to get. They're all sitting on my wish list on Etsy. So yeah, no, she's fantastic, and this is a lovely, beautiful rainbow one, which I absolutely love. Right, now you can do your whips.
Okay, now my whips. Right. This second, I'm working on a sock. It's part of a pair of socks because I have 2 feet. This is the first sock. As you can see, it's a nice, lovely, pretty, bright rainbow.
It's gorgeous.
I do like a rainbow. It's being knit. It's not standard sock yarn. It's actually double knit. So I'm knitting it on 3mm tiny circular needles. They're higher sharps, and they're my only pair of higher sharps, and I'm glad they are because I prefer the not sharps, the higher blunts, or the higher normal, because they're just not as sharp,
not as pokey.
Yeah, and I injure myself less on my other needles. So this is the ball band. It is again. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
West Yorkshire spinners again. Love a West Yorkshire spinner.
And I found out what the colourway name is. It's Rum Paradise.
Ah, it's
that
Rum Paradise. It has some numbers on the back, but apparently those numbers mean Rum Paradise.
Yeah.
Which I think is the same colour. I've also knit this colourway.
In the signature
in
four-ply.
in the sock weight.
Yeah.
So I've got sock weight socks and double knit weight socks. And this shows how much I love a rainbow.
Mm.
What else am I working on? I'm working on. Oh, that is in my little tiny. This is quite small. It's only just big enough for a sock, or one sock really. One sock's worth of yarn. It's a nice sort of cross stitch. Well, it's not really cross stitch, but the fabric is like a cross stitch design. And I got that from Alternate Universe in Cleve.
Which, if you watch the Stranded podcast, is the place where Amy did her trunk show a few weeks ago in Bristol.
Or
there.
If you watch Kim's podcast, that's Kim and her shop.
Yes.
Next thing on the needles is a pair of, these are going to be Podster gloves. They're slightly fingered. This one's no thumbs yet. I've got two sort of nearly done, but not finished either of them. Well, I forget why. There was a reason. They are out of old Maiden Aunt Alpaca Merino 4-ply, which is quite plump. Is that a nice word? Plump 4-ply yarn.
Yeah.
So they'll be nice cosy gloves. And they are living. Oh, the colourway is Jaded, which I think she still dyes, but not on this base. So, sorry if you wanted that. You can't have it. This is the bag they're in. This is by Quince Pie on Etsy. This is.
I apologise for the random colour changing. It's the iPad doing its own thing as we put different stuff up. So.
Yeah. It's a little bit bigger than the Amelia Joy ones, but it's very similar in that it's drawstring. This is a bit thicker, the lining. So if you had like really sharp double points, this would be the bag to stick it in, because I feel like they'd be less likely to poke out.
Yeah.
It's quite good for sort of sitting, and if you turn the top down, you can have it open as sort of like a yarn bowl on the floor, rather than having stuff roll around all over the place.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the pocket, so I do like it.
Yeah.
Fan of I love a pocket anywhere, everywhere. Well, all the pockets. I'm also working on a crochet blanket. This is.
You put it right up to the camera, it might be better. There you go.
That's basically the colour green it is. I'm crocheting a whole load of these. What are they called? Seamless
granny squares, I think. Aren't they?
Seamless solid granny squares. So again, it's very similar to yours, but not quite.
Yes.
I'm crocheting them out the same yarn, this double Stylecraft Special DK. This colour is spring green, but I'm crocheting it out of a whole load of different colours, so maybe next week or next time we podcast I'll have a whole load of different squares to show you. This is what I'm hoping for Stash Dash will be.
Yes, we haven't mentioned Stash Dash yet, have we?
We're both doing Stash Dash. I'm slightly crazily aiming for 15 kilometres. And this blanket, if I get it finished, should be about 3. So that'll be a fifth of...
I missed a whip off.
Oh no! Okay, well, one moment and you can get back to it. I'll just show you the bag. And I'm crocheting this with 4mm clover. I forget what they're called, these crochet hooks, but they're the clover, like, fancy ones. They're kind of expensive for crochet hooks, but they are really nice. I do like this one.
They're nice to hold.
Yes, they're very tactile in your hand, and I like the finish on the metal as well. I had one like this, and I lost it, and I had to go out and get another one, because other 4mm crochet hooks were not good enough, apparently. A little bit of a spoilt doobery in that way. And this is one of my Amelia X Joy project bags. This one was a gift from M. It has penguins on, because I like penguins.
It does. They're very cute penguins and some baby penguins.
No, baby penguins.
Baby penguins.
I don't know what the word for a baby penguin is. Like
penguinlet.
yeah, little cute penguinlets.
Penguinlets.
I don't think that is what it is. I think it's something. I think, isn't it something like? Oh no, they're chicks, aren't they? Because they're birds.
Are they? Maybe.
I think.
No idea.
I don't know. I'm not. I was going to say I'm not a botanist.
Ornithologist.
Botany's plants.
Yeah.
I'm not that either.
No, you're not a plant, and you are not an ornithologist or anything else.
Okay.
Can I do the whip that I forgot?
Yes.
Right.
I'm finished now, so you can
If
go
I can
back.
find it, there it is. It's in here somewhere. Right. This is the whip that I forgot. So this is this one.
thing. Big.
This is a shawl, and looks a bit like that currently, and it's knit. I'm knitting it on. This is from Somerset Yarns. You can see, there we are, which is a local yarn company to me, and they sell their stuff on Etsy. So here they are, and I am knitting. This is the Rave. And it is 100% superwash merino lace, 1,200 metres of it, and it is lovely. It's, as I say, it's in the Rave colourway, but you can see it's kind of light pink with some dashes of purple and bright pinks and bright yellows and stuff like that in it. And I am knitting, I'm knitting kind of an amalgam of about 4 different shawl patterns because apparently I can't knit lace. So after starting it off, this bit of fluff just flew in front of my face. After starting off on a lace pattern, I couldn't count for some reason. I forgot how numbers worked and I couldn't make it all line up. So I found another one that just had a blank sort of stockinette bit with some lace at the bottom. So I did that bit, tried to do the lace at the bottom, didn't work. So, and now I'm just doing a simple yarn over knit 2 together lace pattern, and I might try and find another lace that I could put in as well, and then I'll do a nice bind off on the bottom. But it's a lovely, it's gorgeous yarn, and the colours are amazing.
Yeah.
So it'll be a nice summer shawl.
I think with those beautiful colours, having a plainer shawl will allow the colours to be like, ooh, you know,
prettier. Yeah.
Be more centre stage.
Yeah. So I'm just doing a really simple, like, lacy pattern, but I'm loving the colour, and this will be good for Stash Dash because it's 1,200 metres. So let me explain Stash Dash in case you don't know what it is, but most of you probably do, but just in case you don't. The podcasters, the Knit Girls, who are like the queen of all knitting podcasters, they are like the ones that we all aspire to be.
I think they were the first.
I think they were. They've been going for 7 years. They're celebrating their 7th anniversary of podcasting, so they've been going for ages. Yeah. If you watch knitting podcasts, chances are you probably watch them. You should be watching them. Yeah. Anyway, every year they do an event over the summer that runs from the end of May to the end of August called Stash Dash. And the point of it is to use up as much of your yarn as you possibly can in that space of time. And it's very cheater friendly in that you can build up stuff before the end of May. And as long as you don't finish, before the end of May, and as long as you don't finish it, you can include it for Stash Dash. So you could spend a whole year knitting socks and never finishing any of them, and then casting them all off on the first day of Stash Dash and having 7,000, meters or whatever done on the first day. There are different stages. It's like it's a personal challenge. There's
a bit like races, like you do a 5K.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a personal challenge. There's not like a prize. There's not a winner it's a personal challenge. So you can choose to do like 1K, 5, 7, 10 or something like that.
Or 15.
Or 15. 15's the highest level. And that's what you're doing because you're a crazy person. Yes. I think I'm going for 7. Because spinning also counts for Stash Dash. But I won't have a wheel until the beginning of July, which means I will have missed over a month's worth of potential spinning time.
Yes.
So I don't think 15k is going to be a very realistic goal. But 7 I think I can do.
The way they're doing it this year, you can count the yardage of each individual ply, the meterage, of each individual ply, rather than just the finished yarn. So I'm going to get a lot. I'm hoping if I get a lot of spinning done, I'm going to get a lot of meters.
I think once I have my wheel at the beginning of July, I think we will do a podcast episode that focuses quite heavily on spinning. And we can
Spinning
show
special.
we can show the wheels and we can show the sort of stuff that we like to do. So at some point at the beginning of July, we will do a spinning special podcast where we will look more in depth at spinning and what we like to spin. I think,
especially spinning on the Ashford Kiwi too, because
that's what I'm going to be getting, which is the one that Ros already has.
So yeah.
Right, are we done with whips?
We are. Unless you've got
Cool.
anything else lurking in the bag.
No, I do not. But we can do some finished objects. Do you want to go?
Yes.
Do you want to go first? Because I just did a whip, and you know.
Okay. Shall we? Well, this one I think we can kind of do together.
Oh yeah, we can, can't we?
These are our yarn shop day socks.
Yes. Let me see if I've actually got the yarn. I might have the yarn.
Yeah, I don't have the ball band, so
oh,
if you don't
yeah.
have it. Well, again, it's West Yorkshire Spinners. This is like the West Yorkshire Spinners episode. Well, they're like a British
There we go.
sock yarn that you can buy sort of in a shop. Oh,
Yes.
we went into our local yarn shop today and they still have some of this. So if you want this.
There's still some lurking around. So, Yarn Shop Day was on the 6th of May this year, and it is a day that celebrates actual physical shops that sell yarn, as opposed to online shops like yarn, you know, bricks and mortar yarn shops, is what they call it. And they had lots of events and stuff on in the yarn shops. And West Yorkshire Spinners brought out a special colourway on the signature 4-ply for Yarn Shop Day. And the rule was you can only buy it you can't buy it online.
No, you can only buy
it in a shop. I think some shops have put theirs up online to buy from their shop.
Yeah.
But you can't order it online.
No.
So there may be still a few balls of this hanging about around some yarn shops, but this was a limited colourway. So we both bought a ball.
Yes, we both knit socks. I've knit, well, at the moment, all my socks I'm knitting are ribbed on the cuff and on top of the foot. But it starts off as a 2x2 rib and then goes to a 6x2 rib. And I've got a heel flap and a gusset because I've got more foot in this part of my foot. My foot is bigger in this part, so I feel like the sock should be bigger there as well.
This is an excellent example of the difference in shape and size between your feet and my feet.
Yes.
Your feet are long, my feet are tiny, but very, very wide, so I have a lot of toe.
Yes.
I have to have a lot of toe on my socks because I've got wide feet.
Whereas my feet actually, narrow at the toe.
Your feet are a regular person's feet shape. Mine are hobbit feet. The socks that I've knit, I did some shorty socks, and the observant among you may have noticed that I did 2 different ribs on the socks, but which was not intentional. It just what it was. So yeah, that's just a simple pair of shorty socks.
You did use exactly half, so you could knit another one of each of those. And
as long as every stitch was exactly the same as this.
Then you could have like 2 pairs of
I could have 2 pairs. Yes, I'd have to do I wouldn't be able to do any difference in tension.
No.
It'd have to be exactly the same because these were exactly 50 grams, which means they were exactly 200 metres. So that's one of my finished objects as well.
Oh, I should say this was knit on a 2 1/4. Higher tiny circular needle.
I knit mine on higher heights as well, but I did mine on a 2.
Yes.
Because my tension is slightly ridiculous and it gets a bit loose if I knit on anything that's...
And mine, because they're a little bit bigger, are 280 metres for Stash Dash. Okay, are we...
keep going.
Plough on through.
Plough on through.
Yeah, for Stash Dash, I saved up a lot of works in progress.
Yes.
A lot of socks and just cast them off. So this is not a normal output.
Yes, this is not indicative of the amount of knitting you can usually do.
These are my very, very fancy pieces of cardboard sock shapes for showing on the podcast. This is another sock. Again, it's 2x2 and then 6x2 ribbed. This is in Stylecraft again. Like it's like we only have 2 yarn companies that we like. West Yorkshire Spinners and Stylecraft. Well, they're the ones you can tend to buy in shops.
Yeah, well, West Yorkshire Spinners are like your go-to kind of wool.
Yes,
they're mass-produced wool.
Yeah, I like them because they're British and they have BFL in their sock yarn.
Yeah.
BFL is my favourite. These are Stylecraft Head over heels in the Kilimanjaro colourway, and these were knit on 2mm higher tiny circular needles. I don't know what they're called when they're not the sharps. Are they just higher highers?
I have no idea. I don't have any. I've only got the sharps.
Yeah,
those are the only ones I have.
And she has a hole in her finger to prove that.
I do. I got a knitted relating injury when I was knitting my my socks.
Yeah, these are a pair. Here's the other one. So So those are 344 metres for Slash Dash. And my final pair of socks are so fancy, like the
These are
fanciest, bestest socks I've ever knit. These are the Liab socks. They're a pattern, they're a free pattern. I can't believe that beautiful, beautiful pattern is available for free on Ravelry. But it's also, lovely name, patterned by General Hogbuffer. How cool does General Hogbuffer sound? Very. These are knit out of, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I'm sorry if you're German and I'm offending you. I think it should be Wollmeise because it's a W, and I think that should be. But people I've heard pronounce it say Wollmeise. So we're going to write the name at the bottom.
Yeah, everything will be on the bottom.
And that's in the Aquarius colourway. I bought this on a G-Stash on Ravelry years ago, so I don't have die lots or a ball band or anything like that. But the cable pattern is really beautiful. It starts off on the back of the leg and sort of splits up and goes round each side and then comes out on your foot, like these are the toes. Comes out like so. This is what you can see at the bottom of your foot. I think it's it's amazing.
It's gorgeous. It's really lovely.
It's such a beautiful cable design. I love it. I'm probably going to knit these socks again in different yarn, possibly in handspun.
Ooh, maybe that'd be nice.
And I might possibly also like work out some way of making this bit here like a chart on a glove because I think that looks nice as well.
Yeah, that'd make a look.
But yeah, I very much big fan of this pattern. But highly recommend it. Anybody? Those are my socks. Those were 397 meters and 65 centimeters. So that's put me over 1,000. And then my final finished object is a pair of.
Oh.
I could also had an avalanche, but it doesn't matter because we've seen these things.
Because it's attacking me.
It's fine, you can't see it on the camera. Just smile and pretend nothing's happening. These are a pair of slippers that I knit for my mother for her birthday. Not the belated birthday present. We got them the other day. My birthday was at the beginning of May. But these are, well, it's basically a pattern called Aunt Maggie Slippers, which is a free pattern again on Ravelry. But I've adapted it because I'm using, this is hand spun by me out of a fleece. That's about as much information as I can give. It was a fleece I got given, I think it was a mule, it wasn't a specific breed or anything. And it was not in the best condition. It had been stored in a sealed bin liner and it hadn't been skirted, so the bits of poo were sort of melting and spreading all over the fleece. So I had to chuck quite a lot of it away. But I did get...
I really hope you told your mum that before you gave the slippers that you then made for her out.
No, I didn't. But if she watches this,
Now she
I
does.
picked all the pooey bits out. So there were, more pooey bits than you would expect on a fleece because it had spread, but not over everywhere. And then I spun these, and I knitted them with a slightly larger needle than the pattern calls for because I was holding 2 strands together. And although hand spun, when you knit it up, although it looks like the same size as a commercial yarn, you need to knit it on bigger needles because it kind of fluffs up usually. So I ended up knitting this on 10mm needles, and the pattern calls for 5.5. So yeah, but they're very, very. She likes them. She has worn them, but they're not, not excessively. Well, they're slippers,
not
though. She
not
doesn't live in
slipper
the
weather
house.
at the moment, really.
Yeah, but they're very cozy, and this is a really cool slipper pattern. I feel like I will knit. Well, my cousin wants some, so I feel I will knit this pattern again.
Yes.
For other people who would like slippers, possibly out of more handspun, depending on. I've got a lot of fleece. When I've spun it all up, I've got to do something with it. And that was 132 meters and 37 centimeters. I'm counting the centimeters because I want to get to 15k. I'm not wasting a centimeter.
No.
So in total, I'm already at 1,154 meters and 2 centimeters for Stash Dash.
Wow.
So I'm feeling kind of hopeful, although also kind of not hopeful because that was just like a lot of socks. I'm not going to knit 3 pairs of socks plus a pair of slippers a week.
No. Wow. You'd have a lot of socks at the end.
I would have a lot of socks, but also I think I might possibly have killed myself due to like extreme speed and like friction or something.
That's not good.
No.
Right, I only have one other finished object, and this is it.
You're in a very pink mood at the moment.
Yeah, I am. This is a vanilla sock, and it's knit again on West Yorkshire spinner. This is a self-striping yarn, and this is pink flamingo, but it's their signature 4-ply again. I don't know what you can see, but it's the self-striping. It does go with the pink yarn that I am using for the heels on this one, but it's not this. This is different. This is just a regular pink sock yarn that I think I picked up off eBay or Amazon or something. Yeah, but just a vanilla sock. And I think this is a limited colourway. I think they brought it out after some kind of event or something. And I'm glad I managed to get hold of some because I really wanted some. So,
have you got the other sock?
I have. It's down there somewhere.
Okay.
But I've only got one on the sock pocket.
There are a pair.
They are.
Trust her on this.
So yeah, that is my only other finished object at the moment. But this again was done on 2mm higher sharps, which is good because it's given me a smaller stitch, which is much better because I've got quite a loose gauge. So if I knit stuff like West Yorkshire spinners on 2.5, it becomes quite loose and baggy. But if I knit something like opal on 2.5, it's fine because I think it's a different texture of yarn. So I've learnt now West Yorkshire spinners is best on a 2mm for me, and the other ones are better on a 2.5. So it's it's a learning process. But we've really pimped out West Yorkshire spinners today.
Oh yeah, love a West Yorkshire spinner. Well, actually, I don't know any spinners from West Yorkshire. I'm assuming they're lovely people.
Oh yeah,
they make lovely yarn.
Have not yet worked out how much meterage this is, but it will go towards Stash Dash when I know.
It's bigger than your other pair.
It's bigger than the other pair.
More than 200.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, so I will update. And this is just a vanilla sock pattern. I do all my socks cuff down. I've not done any toe up socks, and I do all of them on 9mm circulars, tiny circulars. 9mm. This I'm doing a sock that's this big. It's a sock for a mouse. 9-inch circulars. I've never done magic loop or used the longer circulars to do socks or two at a time. I've only ever used double points or the small, and I really like the small circulars. I really like the small circulars as well. And then going on to double points to do your decreases at the toe. Yeah. And I know a lot of people have struggled with them because they're quite small, but actually I quite like them. Yeah.
They work for me. They work for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Right. Let's move on to some stash enhancements then.
Yep.
Ros is currently on a yarn buying ban, so she doesn't have any. Except for your the yarn shop day one, which I let you buy because it was a special occasion.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's on a yarn buying ban, so she does not have any stash enhancement. I never do.
No. So this is all them.
Well, one of my stash enhancements was the Parker and Penelope colourway that I've already spoken about. And then I have a couple of others. I have an absolutely beautiful rainbow, gorgeous rainbow skein. And this is from Cuddle Bums. Hand dyed yarn from the heart of the Pennines. And it is 100 grams superwash with 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon sock yarn in the colourway Little Pink Rainbow, and it is beautiful. She has a website and an Instagram, which I will link below, but this is gorgeous, and I just look at the colours in that. It's ridiculous. It's
and if you're not a massive fan of pink, she does like little other colour rainbows.
Yeah.
So if you don't want a massive chunk of pink,
she does ones in like teal and mint green and grey and other stuff like that. So this is quite a bright one, but this I bought from my local yarn shop, who just happened to have a few of hers, and it jumped into my arms and went, please buy me, so I did. And I'm glad I did. I'm going to use it for a shawl because it's so gorgeous. I want to use it for something big that I can see when I wear it.
rather than socks.
And I think it will look lovely as a shawl, so I'm really, really excited. This is going to be knit for Stash Dash as well. I might try and get my other shawl finished first before I cast this one on, but we'll see. Maybe not. But anyway, I hope to finish this for Stash Dash. My other stash enhancement is I decided I was going to try some dyeing, some hand dyeing. So I bought some plain sock yarn and some dye equipment, and this was my first sort of attempt into speckled dyeing sort of affair. I'd done some sort of block colour dyeing, just dyeing a skein of handspun. I'd only dyed handspun before, but dyeing it like blue or purple or something.
Yeah,
but,
a solid colour.
A solid colour, that's the one. But this is, if I undo it a bit, oh look, there you go, you can see it now. So it's got bits of purples and pinks and blues up here, some yellows and greens.
Where's the lovely, lovely purple?
Where's the lovely, lovely purple? It's around here somewhere. Let's see if we can get that. Let's put it quite close. Maybe.
Yeah. Can you tell purple's my favourite colour?
There we go, you can kind of see. I think it looks tie-dye. I think I'm going to call it hippie shake.
Ooh, it's got a name and everything. Yeah.
And this is going to be socks, I reckon. But I'm going to hopefully get some more and dye some more and have a bit more dyeing fun times. I think that is it for my stash enhancement.
Yeah.
And you haven't got any.
No.
So next is spinning then in that case, which is all you.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got a wheel.
This is a Roz only part of the podcast
Yeah.
for the next few weeks until Em gets a wheel. This is it's in a slightly dusty paper bag. This is, we went to the Cirencester Fleece Fair on the 1st of May. Visited the booth of, well, it wasn't really a booth, it was more a stall, of these people. We each bought a bag of their roving and a lamb's fleece. I'm spinning my Ryeland.
I found it.
Into.
No,
Can I find the end?
Can't see. Hang on, that's it. There you go.
Here we are.
That was where it's from.
I'm spinning my Ryeland roving into 3-ply. Hopefully it's going to be sock weight because it's quite. I'm trying to spin it thin. And this is what the roving looks like.
Put a bit more light
Oh,
on.
whoa!
It's alright, I'm trying to put a bit more light on because it's getting a bit dark now.
This is what the roving looks like before it's been spun up. Can you see? Is that?
It's a bit washed out.
There we are. And it's very local to us. Obviously, this is Cotswold. It's these sheep live in the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
They're not Cotswold sheep.
No, we did get some Cotswold fleece.
As well. So I'm sort of midway through. I'm about halfway through spinning that. So I need another bobbin and a half, and that will spin up into hopefully sock yarn. And hopefully, if I speak nicely to Em, she will do me a speckly sock yarn too. So that's being spun on my kiwi. Don't really know if there's anything more to say about that.
Cool.
Think we're done.
Excellent. Thank you ever so much for watching.
Yes.
Please subscribe. Please leave a comment or give us a like, whatever. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed our first foray into the world of podcasting.
We'll be back
maybe in a week,
maybe in 2 weeks.
Maybe we'll be back at some point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I will leave all the links and the information to all the patterns and yarns and shops and stuff that we've talked about in the description below. So if you want to go and check any of them out, please do. And we will hopefully see you again very soon. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.